welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my current beauty favorites. So products that I have been loving for the month of June as well as July. I cannot believe it's going to be August soon, and then it's September, and then it's basically fall. So I'm excited. So I haven't been keeping up with my monthly favorites because honestly I feel like there hasn't been a ton of new makeup releases as much as they were like before, prior to like everything happening. So it's been very refreshing to see because there was just makeup coming out every single day. It almost seemed like every time I went on Instagram there was something new, and of course there's still new products, but I feel like it's not as much, which is really nice because I feel like I can actually like enjoy my current favorites and like use up my products, and it's just been nice. So don't have a ton of things. I usually never do in my favorites videos unless we're talking like yearly favorites, but like whenever I do my favorites I don't have a ton of products, but the things that I do have are so good, and it's a big deal because I'm the type of person where when I have a favorite I'm using it constantly, like can't put it down, can't stop using it. So obviously because the products are so good. So yeah, these products are amazing and I'm excited to share them with you. So make sure you grab a snack and subscribe if you have not already, and let's get into it and talk about some current favorites. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about these Milani Fruit Fetish scented setting sprays. So I love the mango coconut and I also love the dragon fruit peach. At first I thought the mango coconut was my favorite, but I think I like the dragon fruit one more. I don't know, something about it is so hydrating and refreshing, and they actually smell like what they say. Like they're not super artificial, they're not super overpowering. Perfect for summer, very hydrating, and I love these before and after makeup. Milani came out with like a rose primer water spray a few months back and I was not a fan of this, so I was a little skeptical about these because I thought they were going to be a little bit too strong or smell a little too artificial, but they are perfect. It's basically like their original Make It Last, but it just has a scent. So it's not going to alter your makeup, it's not going to make you matte or dewy, it's just going to set your makeup and really prep your skin beforehand as well, which is really nice because then you don't need to get a separate primer spray and a separate setting spray. They also do have a kiwi watermelon one, which isn't bad, but it's not my favorite. These two are definitely hands down my favorite. I'm just like a coconut dragon fruit kind of girl, like that's just my vibe. Next up I have a new primer to talk about, which is such a big deal because I have a lot of favorite primers, so like I'm just adding to the bunch, but this is so good. This is the Hard Candy 12-Hour Makeup Grip Primer. It says it plumps, moisturizes, perfects. I agree. So if you are familiar with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer, this is basically the same exact thing, to be honest, if not even better. This is more hydrating, doesn't ball up on the skin, and your makeup actually will last all day. It's like a hydrating sort of jelly primer. So it's not gonna fill in your pores, but it's better, again, than the Milk one, because I have found before with the Milk one, depending on what moisturizer I use or if I mix it with a different primer or with certain foundation, the Milk primer will ball up on my skin. It'll cause like little tiny like balls all over my face. It doesn't happen all the time. It's happened a couple of times. It happened once on camera and a lot of you guys told me that you experienced the same thing. With this, I don't have that issue. I use any moisturizer with it. I've tried it with different foundations and I've tried this mixing it in with different primers. So like maybe I'll use a pore filling primer and then I'll use this and I'm good to go. Like I don't have any issues with it. So the formula of this is great. And again, it's super affordable. You can get Hard Candy at Walmart. The texture and everything about it is just like the Milk one. Like, I mean, even down to like the color, you can just see like how wet and like jelly-like it makes your skin, but it absorbs really nicely into the face. Honestly, it kind of smells like the Milk one too. Like, I feel like this is literally the Milk makeup primer in here, but like enhanced and so much better and cheaper. Okay, let's talk about two palettes that I have been loving. The first one is from Profusion. This is the Blush 3 palette. I've been wearing this every single day, basically. Like sometimes I'll use a couple other blushes, but this has been like definitely my go-to. I can't stop wearing it. If I could be a blush palette, I would be this. This is like perfection to me. The formula of these is also really great. They're super long wearing, they're vibrant, they're pigmented, they're so pretty on the cheeks, and I love all the different colors that they have. So whenever I use blush, I usually just mix a bunch of shades unless I'm obviously using just a single blush. And I like using brushes like this one specifically is from Amazon, and I'll usually just dip into all of the colors and then just stipple the product right onto the cheeks, and you can just see it gives you the perfect color. Like I love this palette so much because again, it does last all day on the cheeks and it's just like the perfect color on me. Like I love all of these. I also have been really loving this shade right here in the middle called Chic, right in my crease. I'm wearing it today and I feel like it is the perfect color for your crease. If you've never tried blush in the crease, you need to. I usually do bronzer in the crease, but something about blush, I feel like it just makes it look like it's your natural lid color, but a little bit enhanced, especially if you're using like obviously a neutral blush. It looks so pretty. It's so flattering. And I feel like for every day, it just gives you that perfect shadow in your crease. So I love this palette. I found this palette actually at a Super Walmart, I believe, or Target, but it was $5, super affordable. And then I have another palette here from BH that I have also been using non nonstop. This is their Belgian Waffle palette. This is so cute and it's such good quality. If you've never tried BH palettes, they're also really great. You can get them at Ulta or on their website. They always have a ton of sales. So I have been loving the bronzers in here to set the cream bronzer that I typically use, or also to contour, because I feel like they're great contour shades. They're not super warm. They're not very red or orangey. Typically I will use bronzers that are a little bit more on the warm side. So I feel like setting the warm bronzer with this kind of color, it kind of gives me like that perfect happy medium shade on my cheeks. And these highlighters are incredible, you guys. Like one swipe and they are so pigmented. I'm wearing them today, but I'm really light-handed when I use this palette, unless I'm looking for something that's really intense, because look at that. It is so buttery and pigmented, but I love these colors. I feel like they could make for really good eyeshadows as well. I love putting the really light shades in the inner corners and my brow bone for a highlight. It is just such a great formula. This reminds me of something high-end, to be honest. Like this is really good. It blends into the skin really nicely. And I also love these two shades for nose contouring because again, it's not muddy and it's a really smooth formula. So I found this at Ulta and I'm very impressed with it. Every time I try a new BH palette, I always usually have really high hopes because the quality is always on point. And I feel like for what you get and the price, like it's amazing. And I almost forgot to mention the buttermilk shade is also really good if you want like a natural kind of highlighted look under your eyes, or if you want to clean up your contour right under here. It's a great shade. I wanted to give a huge shout out to the e.l.f. and Jkissa To The Rescue palette. You guys know I love neutrals. Obviously I'm like not wearing any eyeshadow today, but I've done several looks with this on my channel and I've played with this on my own off camera. And it is such a great colorful palette. It's one of those things where even if you're not into color, I feel like it's good to have a rainbow palette in your collection, just in case you ever want to do a pop of color, or if you just want to play around. I think this one in particular is such a great one to have because the quality, the formula, it's so easy to work with, and I feel like the colors aren't very overwhelming like a lot of rainbow palettes can be. It's one of those things that like when I look at this palette, I'm not overwhelmed and I'm inspired to use it, and I think it's like a really easy palette to navigate and to work with. So like when you look at them, you can see like when you go straight down, you could really do a look with only 3 shades. So like you could do a red look, an orange look, a yellow look, green, blue, you know, etc. I've actually done a yellow smoky eye and I used only these 3 shades. I just did an orange look using these 3 colors, and it's just such a great palette. These are intense, and like swatches I feel like can only go so far. Like you really can't tell the full potential of an eyeshadow based on a swatch or any product really. Like you have to use it for yourself to see what I'm talking about. And I'm not an expert with color. You guys know that. I'm better at a neutral smoky eye than I am at a colorful smoky eye. But whenever I did use this palette, it was super easy to work with, and the formulas, they just blend and they're vibrant. I mentioned in my last video, but what you see is what you get with this palette. It really is true to the colors that you see in the palette itself. So I love this. Not sure if you can still get it on e.l.f.'s website, but I did see it on Ulta's website, so check it out. Get it while you can because it is limited edition, and I hate to talk about limited edition stuff on my channel because then, you know, eventually not everybody will be able to have access to it, but if you can get it, you need it, and it's just too good not to talk about. Like honestly, it's so good. Let's talk about lip products, because this right here, what I'm wearing, has been my go-to lip combo for like forever now at this point. So speaking of e.l.f., they came out with the Retro Paradise line that I did review, and I love a lot of the products, but the ones that I'm going to talk about today are like my standout products from that line. First things first is the Retro Paradise lip kit. You guys, this is everything. You get 4 lip liners in here and a lip gloss for $10, and I feel like that's like a steal within itself. The lip liners are pretty much all that I've been wearing for the most part. I mean, I have other favorites, NYX, Milani, but these I feel like are like my perfect shades. So this is what they look like. You get 3 like neutral browns, and then you get a pop of pink, which I think is fun if you ever want to do like a bright pink, hot pink lip. I honestly haven't yet this summer. I should do that. So these are the 3 colors that I personally love, obviously because they're neutral. This one right here is like a pinky neutral. The one in the middle is a true brown, and then the one on the end is what I'm wearing today, and it's like a more muted beige, but still perfect for everyday, very wearable. These are so incredibly creamy, you guys. Like one swipe, and even though they're wooden, they're really easy to sharpen. Like obviously you could just buy any sharpener. They're not gonna like get ruined or anything, and the formula, it just glides on. These colors are everything. There's no names on the actual lip liners. The names are on the back of the lip kit when you buy it. So it's Nude 03, Nude 02, and Nude 01. These go with so many different lipsticks. You can even wear them on their own. I fill in my lips a lot with these lip liners because they're just that great of a formula. They're super creamy. They're great for overlining your lips or just lining your lips and being super precise on your Cupid's bow area. If you are familiar with the e.l.f. and Nabella collab that they did, the lip pencils are just like the lip liner that she came out with, like the same exact formula, just different colors, and I loved that collab as well. So I think they killed it with this, and this is also so good. Oh, and then also, how could I forget? The lip gloss is also really great. So this is the Dream On lip gloss in the shade A Moment. I believe you can buy this separate, but it also does come in the lip kit, which is really nice because it's just a universal clear gloss with a bunch of glitter in it, but it's pretty because it makes your lips look super juicy and wet, and it's a great topper over any lipstick or lip gloss or lip liner or whatever. Like, it just works really well, and I'm wearing it also today, and it's just it's everything. And then I have two lipsticks that I have been loving. The first one is from Artist Couture. This one is in Saucy Gal. I'm also wearing this today. It's like a really like extra lip combo, but this is so pretty. It's just like that classic like light beige shade. But what I really like about this lipstick in particular is that it's like a true beige. There's not really a lot of pink undertones to it. A lot of nudes have a lot of pink in them, and I sometimes just want like a true like brown beige kind of nude color on my skin, and this is it for me. The formula is super creamy, and I feel like it's actually really long wearing for it to just be like a regular cream lipstick, but the formula is great on its own. I always like to add a gloss over top, but it's very comfortable if you do wear it by itself, and I'm just obsessed with this color. Like, honestly, this color is everything to me. And then I also have been loving the Fenty. This is so tiny in here, I can barely read it. I'm like, is my like LASIK wearing off? But it's not. It's so small. This is the Slip Shine Sheer Satin Lipstick from Fenty, and this one's in the shade 04. So this is what this one looks like, and this is a true like sheer lipstick, but you can see it is so wet. Like, are you seeing that? No, you're not, because it's not focused. There you go. Okay, do you see that? Like that shine to it, but it does give you a very sheer wash of color, but I feel like these are perfect for every single day. And sometimes I will even top the Artist Couture lipstick with the Fenty one, and I feel like it just creates that perfect like finish, and it's so wet and juicy. Again, I also really like it with the lip liners. I'll go back and forth. Like, I'll mix. Sometimes I'll use all the colors, or sometimes I'll just use this lip liner from e.l.f. and then I'll top it off with the Fenty lipstick, and it's just like that perfect everyday shade. The color is pretty sheer, but it does show up on the lips, but the finish is almost as if you did a lipstick and then you added a gloss over top. That's how creamy this formula is. I'm a big fan of this. This color in particular, I feel like is perfect for every day for me. So that's been like my go-to lip combo for like the past, I want to say like month or so. It's like all that I've been using. I'll use a couple other ones in between, but that's like my like fallback shade that I go to all the time with any eye look. I feel like it just looks perfect. And I wanted to shout out the Kiss Lash Glue Liner. I talked about this in a recent like testing new makeup video. I think it was actually from like about a month or so ago, but I tested a bunch of new drugstore makeup out, and this was one of the products, and I'm so impressed with this, you guys. Honestly, I thought this was gonna be like a little gimmicky. This is like the type of stuff that you see like when you're on Facebook, like scrolling like those ads, and you're like, that does not work. But this actually works. So basically what it is, it's black liner, like a liquid liner. You could do your winged liner with it, you could do a regular line with it, and then you just apply your lashes before the liner dries, and bam, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about lash glue. You don't have to worry about waiting 30 seconds to a minute to apply your lashes. You just put them on immediately, and they're good to stay all day. This felt tip in particular is not my favorite for doing wings. I wish it was a little bit thinner, and I feel like it would be perfect. Like, it's not bad, it's doable, but it's not my favorite. And the finish of this is not completely matte. Like, it has a little bit of a shine to it. So I feel like you might have to go over it maybe with like a gel liner or a black shadow, or, you know, sometimes I'll use my NYX Epic Ink liner over top and I'm good to go. Not a big deal though, because honestly, typically whenever I'm using this, I'm not really doing a wing. I'm just doing a really thin line, and then I'm just putting on my lashes, and I'm like good. Like, I'm out the door. I don't have to worry about lash glue. So it's one of those products that I don't use every single time I do my makeup, but I like it for those days when I just don't want to deal with lash glue. But this concept is genius, you guys, especially if you struggle with putting on your lashes, or you just don't want to deal with the hassle of lash glue. The only downside to this product is it takes a little bit for it to come off. So I'm using like a makeup wipe right now, and you can see it doesn't really come off. You kind of have to like really scrub for it to come off. I like to use a cleansing balm or something. This one's from Elemis. It's the Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. Like, just something where it's gonna kind of like dissolve the product and melt it away. And then I feel like, you know, you still have to kind of scrub, but it will come off. So again, it's not a product for that reason that I like to use every single day. But on those days where I'm in a rush, I want to just pop on my lashes and just do my makeup really quick. It's a great product for that. And the lashes actually do last all day. You don't have to touch up or anything. It's amazing. Like, it really is a really great product, and I'm impressed with it, especially because lash glue can be a pain. Like, sometimes it's lifting on the inner corners. It just doesn't work. But with this, problem solved. Okay, I have this little lip scrub set, and I kept it in here because I wanted to show you guys the packaging because it's really really cute, and all the good ingredients and everything right here on the back. So this is from K&C Beauty. And so you can buy this separately as well, but I wanted to buy the kit because I'm obsessed with exfoliating and having super soft lips. Like I'm trying out always, I feel like every single month, a new lip balm because I'm always using lip balm before bed, throughout the day, before makeup. So this one is a new favorite and it's from K&C Beauty. It's their Supa Balm, and this one is the rose one. They also have a mint one, which I haven't tried. I'm just a sucker for rose, and this actually smells like true roses, nothing artificial. There's good ingredients in here. It's all natural. It is a cruelty-free brand as well. It's a thicker lip balm, but it's not too thick, so you could definitely wear it every single day. You can see it's a little bit thicker, but it's so nice on the lips. It feels very luxurious. Like I said, there's good stuff in here, and this is a little bit pricier than like a typical lip balm that you would buy at the drugstore, but like I said, there's good stuff in here. You get what you pay for in this case. And then with this kit, you also do get the lip scrub, which is their Supa Scrub. Same exact kind of concept, very hydrating, but it does a good job at really exfoliating your lips. And I typically like to exfoliate my lips like once to twice a week, sometimes less, sometimes more. It just depends on my lips. They say not to do it too often because then it kind of makes your lips more dry, but I just do it pretty much as needed, especially if I'm gonna film like a makeup tutorial or something. I usually like to do it. But honestly, this is so good that I feel like you don't need to do it all that often. Like you don't need to be doing it every single day, maybe like once a week, twice a week, maybe max, and that's it, and you're good to go. Like this is good stuff in here, and the product itself is really great on the lips, really lightweight, but it gets the job done. So yeah, I'm a big fan. And then also one thing I really like about the kit that I got is that you do get these little like silicone lips, which are great for exfoliating as well. So typically I'll use my finger, or if I want a more deep exfoliation, I will take a toothbrush, but obviously this is more eco-friendly. You can just clean it, scrub your lips, clean this off, let it dry, bam, soft, fresh lips. Next up, I wanted to shout out the e.l.f. Glow Up Body Oil. You guys, this is so good. I'm also wearing it today on my chest. I don't have a ton on. I just put on a little bit, but you can just see how glowy and healthy your skin looks. This is incredible. There's not like glitter in it. Like it's super smooth on the chest. It smells really good. And my favorite thing about it is that it does dry down. I feel like a lot of things like this are super sticky on the chest, but this actually dries, and it's incredible. So this one's in the shade Sunkissed, and this is just like a really light sort of like champagne, but I really like it on my skin. Even now that I have a tan, I feel like it works well. They have a darker shade as well. Let me just show you like just a little demo. And I love the brush, by the way, that doesn't come with it, but it's made for this product, and it just absorbs the product so nicely. This is just, it smells so good, and it's just such a luxurious product, I feel like, for such a great price. And this is better than the Body Lava, 10 out of 10. The Body Lava can be super sticky. It's so beautiful, but I feel like the glitter in that is also a little bit chunkier, whereas this one's a little bit more fine and just more wearable. Like you could totally wear this every single day. I feel like your skin, again, it's gonna be healthy. You could put it on your arms as well, and it's not gonna be like glitter chunks, like sparkles everywhere. It's just like a healthy sun-kissed glow, just like the name implies. So yeah, I love this product. I think it's great, and the brush with it is just everything. So good. Couple more things I wanted to mention, some e.l.f. brushes. So speaking of the e.l.f. and Jkissa collab, I love their brush set that they came out with as well. I feel like if you're a beginner, or even if you just want to add to your brushes, these are great essential eye brushes. If you're traveling, or if you're going to college, whatever the case may be, and you don't want to take a ton of things, I feel like these eye brushes are perfect for an everyday look or even something more dramatic. So when I first tested out the e.l.f. and Jkissa palette, I actually only used these brushes, and I created a very intense, colorful, smoky eye, and I only used these, and I was good. Like, you really don't need a ton of brushes if you're just starting out, and I feel like these are like perfect for a neutral look, a more dramatic look. I mean, the handles are beautiful, but the actual brushes, the bristles themselves, are great quality. I've washed these several times since I got them like over a month ago, and they're amazing. So you really have brushes for your crease, for your lower lashes, for anything, and they are incredible. So these brushes are great. And then another brush that I wanted to mention is from the Crayon case. And if you've never ordered from the Crayon case, go show them some love. The entire like brand is based around like back to school supplies, which is really cool. It's super cute. This brush set in particular comes with a couple other brushes, but this brush is my favorite because it is the best like packer brush for all over your lid, or for doing a cut crease, or even cleaning up your brows, because it's so thin and you can be really precise with your products. Picks up glitters and pigments really nicely as well, and you get that true vibrant color. So I always say with glitters and pigments, like the best tools is always your fingers, but this is like the next best thing. Like if you have long nails, or if you don't want to use your finger, this brush is amazing. So it's the Crayon Case 03 brush. I'm not sure if they sell it by itself, but again, it does come with other brushes, and the brush kit is like no more than like $10. And the other brushes are great, but this brush, stole my heart. It is just so good for just getting right in there all over your lid. It's such a good brush. It's very, very thin. Almost looks like a paintbrush, but it's great for eyeshadow. You guys know, if you watch me, I've used the Anastasia number 18 brush for so long, but this one from the Crayon case is 20 times better. So this is what the brushes look like. So this one right here is the Crayon case. The other one next to it obviously is ABH, and you can just see how much thinner the Crayon case one is. It's like better quality, to be honest. Even the handles and everything, it feels better than the ABH one, and it's so much more affordable. So yeah, this brush is my jam. And then I have another brush that I have been obsessed with, and this one's actually from e.l.f. It's the, again, from the Retro Paradise line, and this is their Airbrush Blender brush. I love this for bronzer. You guys, this brush gives you the perfect like chisel to your cheeks. Like you can just get right in here and just stamp your bronzer in, and bam, you have like a natural contour look. It's so effortless. It's so easy to work with. This also, again, comes with other brushes. You get this brush with it, which I think is good for blending out your bronzer. And then it comes with two other little eyeshadow brushes right here, which they work. They're nice. They're great quality. I love e.l.f. makeup brushes, but this brush, I would pay big money for this brush because this is so easy to work with, and it just makes doing your bronzer like that much better. And it's just one of those brushes that like you didn't know you needed, but now that I have it, I'm like, how did I live without this? Okay, the next thing isn't really beauty, like makeup related, but this definitely needs to be a part of your beauty routine. So this is the Frank Body Shimmer Scrub. So this is basically just an exfoliating scrub. I like to exfoliate my skin usually at least once a week. I have super dry skin just like naturally. So I like to exfoliate. I feel like it just gives me fresh skin, especially in the summertime when I'm shaving and stuff. I like to just have like, you know, fresh, glowy, smooth skin. And this does that for me. So I have tried Frank Body Scrubs in the past. I've been using them actually for almost like 2 years at this point, and I love them. They're so good. You can get them at Target, Ulta. And basically, if you're obsessed with coffee, you will love Frank Body Scrubs. I'm not really much of a coffee drinker. Like I go through phases, but I love the smell of like a coffee bean. Like it just smells so good. They have so many different ones. They have a coffee scrub. They have like a coffee coconut, coffee cacao, like just a bunch of different ones. This one in particular smells like coffee, but the reason I like this one so much is because it's a shimmer scrub. So you will shower, shave, exfoliate, and then when you get out, after you're done rinsing this off your body is so shimmery and pretty, and like you're just naturally glowy. It's almost as if you put like highlighter all over your body, but like in the best way possible. It's just amazing. I mean, I can't say enough good things about it. I talked about this in my pamper routine actually, and it's so pretty on the skin. If you're not into like any of the sheen or like the shimmer, they do have the original one as well, which does the same exact thing, except the finish of this one is different. Frank Body Scrubs are my favorite. I've tried many at the drugstore, but this one is the one that I always end up going back to because it's vegan friendly. There's also good ingredients in here, and it actually exfoliates your skin in the best way possible without being too harsh. It says here you can use this 2 to 3 times per week for best results. Honestly, sometimes I just use it once a week and I feel like it gives me the best result possible. Sometimes I do it twice, but really in general, I feel like this is so like effective and it actually works that you don't need to do any more than 3 times a week for sure. But sometimes I can get away with just once or twice and I get the full effect on my skin. It's a must, and your skin will be so soft and glowy. Like I don't have anything else to say. Just, it's so good. Try it out for yourself and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, let's talk about pajamas for a minute. Like first of all, I'm not a pajama person. Like I'm usually just in a big t-shirt and I sleep with no pants on. It's a great life. Or sometimes I'll sleep in a big nightgown, which is basically just a big t-shirt. But I'm about to put you guys on to like the softest, coziest pajamas ever. So they're from Target. They're from the brand Stars Above. I get a size small if you're wondering, and I'm 5'3". Everybody always asks how tall I am. I'm 5'3", so I'm pretty short. Not super short, but I'm pretty short. These are perfect. So these are little capri pajamas, and I also do have a gray pair, and they're short. So there's different ones. These come with a little shirt as well. It's like a little button up. Should I put it on and show you for a minute so you can kind of get like what I'm talking about? Sorry, they're a little wrinkly. They were in my drawer, but they're clean. They smell good, but it's like that kind of like pajama, you know? This material is so soft. Like I don't even have anything else to say about it, but it's just the best material to sleep in or just to lounge in. Like I'm a homebody, like to the T, like 100,000% homebody. And I'm always like in comfy clothes. I'm always in my robe. And I've tried a couple pajamas and I feel like the material is just not there for me, but this material is everything, you guys. I'm going to order every single color after I'm done this video. I have nothing else to say, but please go shave your legs, exfoliate your body with this, and then get these pajamas and you will be a new man or a new woman and you will be living your best life. So You're welcome. But yeah, that completes this current favorites. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any other favorites, please let me know. Your recommendations are always so on point, so give it to me. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for being here. I will link everything that I mentioned down below. And that is it. Until next time, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye. Mwah.